From our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Well, more criticism too from Tasmania's senior coalition senator who has blamed the Liberal Party's national campaign for its disastrous election result here. The sweeping victory for Labor raising expectations for their state counterparts to break a decade-long drought.
They're the election pictures and newspaper headlines being splashed across the state, and a senior Tasmanian Liberal believes they should serve as a harsh wake-up call.
There are big lessons to be learned for our party from this result.
One of those was around messaging, pointing the finger at Liberal HQ on the mainland.
We weren't local enough. The national campaign dominated talk of nuclear, the talk of the work from home policy.
Fearing they were in trouble months ago.
You can't get much lower than where we are today, and so we now need to focus on rebuilding.
But their battle for upper house seats isn't over. Liberal Senator Richard Colbeck in a tight tussle with Labor's Bailey Falls.
Days after the election, I'm not yet sure that the Liberal Party has retained its second Senate position, which is extraordinary.
Pauline Hanson's daughter Lee is also a potential threat to firebrand Jackie Lambie.
We have to look at that closely in terms of whether she can get close to Lambie.
Despite not gaining any new seats, the state Greens say a rise in the vote for their federal colleagues is a silver lining.
What we have is a continuing trend of support from Tasmanians for the Greens in the Senate and also in lower house seats.
While Labor's resounding success is putting a spring in the step of their state counterparts.
I think there's a lot of encouraging signs for us at a state level. The Liberal brand has been completely trashed.
We've recently been to a state election. We believe that Tasmanians know the difference between state and federal policies and politics.
The pressure could fall to Dean Winter's local team to seize the momentum.
Now there will be an expectation that Labor can do this at a state level as well, that Labor can build their vote. People will be looking for signs that state Labor is on the move up against a very old government.
An opposition that will look to gain ground when state parliament returns tomorrow. Anthony Dodd, 7 Tasmania News.
Well, a key state election commitment appears to be in tatters tonight over who will pay for the Macquarie Point Stadium. Investment from the private sector has now been ruled out, meaning taxpayers will foot the entire bill for any cost blowouts.
We were told the stadium wouldn't cost Tasmania a cent more than $375 million, but now private investors who were going to fund the balance are out of the picture. The gap will instead need to be borrowed, sparking a predictable reaction.
Promise has been broken.
Utter broken promise.
He has broken his promise today.
This is an absolute scandal.
According to the government, though, that promise still stands.
Government said $375 million by way of a capital injection, and the concept of borrowing was always on the cards.
Instead, it'll be the government-owned Development Corporation on the hook for the loan and any cost overruns.
The Macquarie Point Development Corporation is an arm of the government. It is an arm of taxpayers' money. Whatever they spend is taxpayers' money.
The government insisting it won't be another unwelcome hit to the balance sheet.
Who knows how many hundreds of millions of dollars of additional borrowing because they can't get any private investors.
For stadium opponents, today's announcement was inevitable.
The economics of it are disastrous, and private equity could smell that the risk to the proponent was going to be massive, so they were never on board.
While still committed, even Labor's unconditional support seems to be wavering.
Premier Rockcliffe thinks he can skate through, misleading Tasmanians, not providing decision makers the information they need to make informed decisions, particularly in the upper house. The bill will fail.
The Devils, whose fate rests on the stadium, urging us to look at success stories elsewhere.
They've never looked back. The benefits are broad and deep. And they're a flywheel for generations.
I think the people of Tasmania like the idea that the stadium will in fact be Tasmanian-owned.
Nick Kelly, 7 Tasmania News.
After years of delays, the government has revealed the new facility to replace the troubled Ashley Youth Detention Centre is expected to be finished in late 2027. The state's Children and Youth Minister unveiling the master plan for the site at Pontville. It will include 16 residential beds with scope to expand, along with 2 beds in a health centre and 2 orientation beds for new arrivals.
It is designed to help those young people settle their lives, learn about looking after themselves, taking responsibility, making good decisions and coming to terms with the issues that drove their offending in the first place.
Greens say it's taking too long for Ashley to be closed.
A place that we know is still unsafe for young people. We're deeply concerned that the government is not taking more urgent action on closing Ashley.
The government is aiming for construction to start this year. An 11-year-old is among a gang of youths charged with robbery after they allegedly ransacked the shelves of a Hobart bottle-o. The ordeal was caught on camera, showing a brave shop owner fighting back after he was slammed to the ground and kicked. And a warning, some viewers may find vision in this story confronting.
Standing in a Hobart CBD bottle-o, this man comes across like any other customer. What looks like an amicable exchange quickly takes a turn.
I saw him take the Smirnoff Ice and put inside his jacket. I tried to stop him and he tried to push me, take me down and use his feet, push on my chest.
The stunned shop owner attempting to fight back, kicked and dragged across the floor but not giving in. Fearful of reprisals, we've protected his identity.
At that time, I don't know what to do. I hurt my chest and a bit of my head.
The situation quickly escalating when a group of teens swarmed the shop, among them an 11-year-old. Seemingly without a care, the brazen bandits taking open bar to new heights, one by one ransacking the shelves, taking as many bottles they can carry.
Come inside to the store and take whatever they like.
The ordeal unfolded around 9 last night. The gang was in and out within minutes. Today, it's left the store owner shaken, saying callous crimes like this happen too often.
But we got robbed by hundreds of times. A bit scared because this is the second time I got hurt by teenagers.
The group is facing several charges, including robbery, stealing and bail offences. The 4 teens will face the Hobart Youth Court in July, while the 11-year-old will be dealt with under the Youth Justice Act. Rebecca Gaidaneris, 7 Tasmania News.
The team behind our AFL side has announced 2 new football department appointments. Both recruits leaving respected Melbourne clubs to join the dream for a successful entry into the national competition for our future Tassie players.
2 new Devils stepping up for the first time as the latest club recruits.
Just hugely excited about the opportunity and the responsibility.
It was something that I jumped on and I pursued feverishly.
The Devils CEO officially welcoming Derek Hine and Todd Patterson to the club today, both leaving recruitment-related roles respectively at Collingwood and Melbourne, now tasked with helping build our Tassie team.
It's not all about draft picks, it's a whole range of other levers. So you get one rich opportunity. So we want to get that right.
With plans to launch the Tasmanian VFL team next year, all eyes are on player recruitment. Derek Hine, one of the most experienced recruiting managers in the sport, says he doesn't expect the Bass Strait to prove a challenge in attracting players.
If you look at the history of the Jack Jumpers and the players that have come in and assimilated into that program in itself, players have come in and stayed. So I truly don't see that as a real challenge.
Both will be based in Melbourne, among where most footy action happens, but the pair will spend substantial time at the Devils base camp.
It's going to be striking a balance and also being really respectful that, you know, there's a lot of Tasmanians playing really well around the competition and they have commitments that they need to fulfil.
The club still has a lot of work to do finding the right fit for other roles. Brendan Gale admits there is a wish list for senior coaches but didn't give away any information about who might be on it.
The coach of Tasmania Football Club, to some extent you're going to be coaching the state.
Boots won't hit the ground before 2028, but there's no doubt this team's coming in hot.
We're not here to participate, we're here to compete.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
The new cohort of Tasmanian primary school students is ready to spend more time in the great outdoors, embracing the fun of nature-based play. They're the latest to join a growing trend, spruiking the learning benefits from outside the classroom.
open and ready for business. Students racing for the first try.
It's a really good opportunity for younger kids to come outside. Water play is amazing here.
After months of student-led planning,
Had several ideas like a gaga pit, but we all picked the bird's nest, the swing.
St Leonard's Primary School's new nature play area is already a hit.
Super chill and super fun.
It's like really fun, and then I like the new playground.
Taking in the best of the outdoors, the playground's all about exploring natural surroundings.
The trees and the bricks and the grass and all of that is a part of nature.
Natural timber as close as we can without being out in the bush. Beautiful river rock.
Helping students get back to nature.
Children can be responsible for their learning and take ownership of how they're feeling and what they can do to make sure they are regulated.
Even if things get a little messy.
I like the way that the water play and the sandpit are both joined together.
And while it's only day one, there's already a clear favourite.
And the swing's the best part, I think, about this.
The swing, because a lot of people voted on the swing.
Victoria East 07, Tasmania News.
A Tasmanian city has won a prestigious national award recognising years of hard work and making it one of the cleanest places to live in Australia.
It's not every day you get singled out from the rest of the country, but Launceston's been named winner of the 2025 Keep Australia Beautiful Tidy Towns National Award.
It is amazing. On Saturday night when it was announced, we were extremely proud.
The city beating out 5 other communities from across Australia.
We were a little bit surprised being a larger community, but it really is clear validation of a lot of good people doing really good work within our community, so very happy.
Recognised for community engagement on various projects like the Resource Recovery Centre at Mowbray, the Mayor in no doubt what's driven the success.
But this is just really great sort of confidence in saying that we're on the right track and we're really working well together, we're working well with our community, and it's something that I want to see us continue to do. News
of the big win getting a mixed reaction.
There's boats in the Tamer that are half submerged in mud all the time, half sunk. I don't think they've dredged the Tamer in 30 years.
Yeah, we come from Victoria, but we're really impressed with the architecture and the kind of care that the town seems to take.
The award's being described as a huge honour for the city of Launceston, recognising projects like the Spring Clean Rochalee and Launceston Repair Cafe. Next year, it's the city's turn to host the awards, bringing in hundreds of delegates to the city.
We're on the right track and we're really working well together, we're working well with our community.
Matthew Watson, 7 Tasmania News.
Children and families in South Hobart will soon have a new space to play and explore. Works on the playground between vacant blocks on Saunders Crescent and Moree Close will get underway soon. It's in response to a neighbourhood petition calling for more shared play spaces.
Having opportunities and facilities that help promote active and outdoor play is so important for the kids, but as a mum I've realised as well for myself, playgrounds are such a great place to meet other families and connect with other families.
There'll be a little picnic shelter, there'll be a bike track just around the edges, there'll be new plantings, there'll be a little boulder wall for kids to have sort of some rock climbing.
It's expected to be complete in 6 to 8 weeks.
A win over Latrobe this coming weekend will prove Penguin can be a genuine contender in the NWFL after getting their first win. A resounding 184-14 thumping of luckless East Devonport was boosted by a huge 9-goal haul from Jack Templeton.
We've sort of earmarked that we want to win the next 4 games and we believe we can. I guess the monkey is on the back at the moment, but like I said, we believe we can do it internally and we've just got to show them externally that we have got the cattle in the sheds to do the job.
Penguin was only 2 points away from their first win a week earlier against undefeated powerhouse Ulverston. Well, we already knew the prowess of Beau Webster, but now the Brits do too, smashing a runner ball for his county side Warwickshire against Johnny Bairstow's Yorkshire. The vision of Webster making mincemeat from the Pommy Bowlers with his 85 from 85 will surely be noted by Aussie selectors who have a bit of thinking to do about the makeup of the Test squad. Meanwhile, Tassie teammate Mitch Owen is answering the call-up to the IPL. The Hurricanes hero will become a Punjab king, replacing the injured Glenn Maxwell, once his commitment in the Pakistan Super League ends later this month, where he's averaging 16 runs. Well, salvage crews should be limbering up ahead of this weekend's supercars action at Symonds Plains, according to Brodie Kostecki. There's already been a rise in bumping this season, and that always steps up further on the Tassie trip.
I hope there's about 5 or 6 tow trucks just parked permanently at the hairpin, because I reckon they'll be getting used quite frequently. But Tasmania's always been a really exciting event, and that circuit promotes really tight racing.
And it's a tight season too. 6 drivers from 5 teams have picked up a win so far across the opening 4 rounds. And Tasmanian Georgia Bakers helped her Liverlula Jayco team set a blistering pace in La Vuelta Femenina's opening stage time trial. Despite initially setting the fastest time, they'd be eclipsed to end up in 3rd place. The team finished their lap of Barcelona in 9 minutes 33, an average speed of roughly 51 k's an hour. I don't know if you've ever driven in Barcelona, Kim, but I think they would have been going a fair bit faster than most cars.
You're probably right there. Thank you, Nick. Well, Jackie Harvey will join us in the studio next with everything we need to know weather-wise.
Good evening. Warm temperatures were seen around the state today, with Hobart reaching 24 degrees, 21 across Launceston and Burnie, 20 in Devonport. 25 was the state's top in Bushy Park, 22 about Smithton and Lowhead, and 23 across the islands. Some areas of mid to high level cloud moved over the state today, with a thunderstorm embedded in a thicker cloud band seen moving over the west. Further out, overcast conditions are seen about northern New South Wales, with areas of cloud moving over Western Australia. Tomorrow, a cold front is approaching Tasmania, with showers mostly about the north and west. North to northwesterly winds tomorrow, 20 to 30 knots, reaching 40 knots about the south. Swells up to 6 metres in the west and south, and up to 2 metres in the north. A gale warning is current for the south-east coast and west coast, and a strong wind warning for all remaining coastal waters, including inland lakes and south-east inshore waters. Tomorrow's forecast now: Hobart 20 with a possible shower. Showers across Adventure Bay and Tarraleah. In the north, Launceston and Devonport windy with showers, 19 in Bridport. Burnie and Strawn tomorrow windy with showers, 19 in Marrawar. Showers in St Helens and 21 across Swansea and Whitemark. Looking ahead to the 3-day forecast now: Wednesday, showers heavier about the west with possible hail there and about the south. Thursday, showers across the west and far south with snow falling about 800 metres about the southwest. And Friday, light showers about the west, mostly fine elsewhere. 24 and partly cloudy in Perth tomorrow. Adelaide, a shower or 2 developing, and mostly sunny in Sydney. And it's still currently nice and warm out there at the moment. Hobart cloudy 17, Launceston 17 and Devonport cloudy and 18. That's all in weather, Kim.
Thanks, Jackie. Very mild. Thank you. Well, that is all your news for now. I'll be back later with updates. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good night, everyone.